In this quick introduction video, we're going to talk about what to expect from the Astrology 101 course. I'm going to go through everything that we're going to cover in the course so you get a good idea of what you can expect to learn in this course. One of the first objectives we have is to really understand your own astrology chart, because I know the first time I hear this is actually my astrology birth chart, to learn everything you need to know about different aspects of astrology so that you can read your own astrology chart, and then eventually you start, be able to read for others. We'll give you all the tools. In 3 hours, you won't be an expert. We'll give you all the tools and what you need to know and all the steps you need to take so that you'll be able to eventually read for others. Just tap into your own intuition and practice a little bit, and you'll get all the energies to read your chart, read for others. I know the first time I looked at my chart, it was a very confusing. I didn't know where to look, and there was just a lot going on. But I'm going to break it down section by section so you can get a clear picture of what your astrology chart is all about, and then what all the energies are, and then how to kind of map them so that it makes perfect sense to you. So hopefully if you revisit this by the end of the course, you'll say, I completely understand what's going on, what everything is, and then what it means and how to interpret it. So here's what you can expect. By doing that, of course, we're going to learn a ton about all the energies of the different planets that you see in each of your different houses of your astrology chart. We're also going to learn about the houses. I'm going to spend a lot of time going in about kind of my theory of the life cycle of the houses, which makes it easier than just straight memory. If you took my tarot course, I made the court cards your friends. My goal in this course is to make the houses your friends, because I think that's one of the more difficult things to really get your mind around and fully understand in astrology, why they make sense the way they do. Otherwise, it can be a little bit confusing. And of course, we're going to go into all the zodiac energies and then how they bring certain energies to your chart at all the different houses with all the different energies of the planets. And then we're going to talk about all the different aspects between the planets, how they talk to each other, and go through each one of them are, and kind of how to think about the relationships, stories about the relationships through each of them. And then magically, to get the energies to be able to read this seems like a lot of stuff. So, I've been doing astrology for over 10 years, and it's one of those things where the more you know about astrology, the more you figure out how much more there is that you're going to need to know. So I certainly don't know absolutely everything after 10 years. It's just a journey you kind of keep going. That's very fascinating, interesting to me. But by the end of this, you're going to be fully familiar with all these energies. And one of the big secrets is this looks like a ton of different energies, so much to memorize or understand that it can be so complicated. But the biggest secret is there's really one energy across these. I personally want to kind of talk you through as we go through the course. I mastered the energy of the planets. And then when I would get a little confused on the houses of the zodiac, I would translate their energies to the planets, which would help me figure out what they mean so I can translate it back. And we'll talk through more in detail what that means, but it is not all these different energies you need to memorize and figure out. There's really just one energy, and you can kind of translate it between each one, depending on where you feel more comfortable, whether it's with the houses, the zodiac, or the planets. And then we're going to get into the magic of the what, where, how method on how to exactly go into each step and read your astrology chart and read charts for anybody else. And what that really means is if you can just answer the questions of what, where, and how, and then eventually with as you get to the aspects, you can learn to read your astrology report and any astrology report. And what do we mean by that? Here's what we're going to end up doing. Once you learn it, you realize that the planets are really the what energy, the houses are the where energy, and the zodiac signs are the how energy, and then the aspects between the planets, if there are any for that specific one, are the with energy. So every time I look at a chart, I would say, okay, first I look at the planets in that house, and I say, well, what is the energy coming from the planet? Where is it coming from in the houses, meaning what part of my life is this energy coming into that it's interacting with? And then the zodiac sign that it's in tells you how is it coming through. It could be coming in really strong like Aries or really emotionally like Cancer. And if there are aspects it's with. So if you can just answer, familiarize yourself with the energies, and use my trick about the planets to translate to one full energy. And if you can just answer what, where, and how, you're going to find yourself reading your astrology chart and other people's astrology chart very quickly. So I'm very excited for you to join us and get started on this journey. And of course, if you I do astrology charts and reports, so if you don't have yours, there'll be a link below so you can follow along with yours. It comes with the entire report that explains all of your energies, so that once you start kind of going on your own, doing your own readings, you can see how closely the energies that you come up with resonate or match up with the ones from your actual report. So that's why I feel like the best way for you to learn astrology is through your own chart and report, because you resonate with your own energy, so it'd be a lot easier for you to learn through that. And then eventually you can kind of pick up other people's energies that and the energy you don't fully understand as you go to read other people's charts and really interact with other people's signs that you're not as familiar with. So I'm super excited for you to join us. Super excited to take you through this, and then by the end of this, hopefully you will be fully prepared to read your chart and other people's charts, and have a lot more background on all the energies of astrology.